Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's mostly just talking big, not truly moving ahead in his career. He likes to discuss plans and ideas with excitement, but when it comes to putting in hard work or taking risks, he often falls short. He craves a stable, predictable life more than chasing promotions or new opportunities.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to lose his temper or get upset easily instead of calmly figuring out a solution. He isn't someone who handles stress well. He might complain loudly, get irritated quickly, or even blame others for problems. Bouncing back from setbacks is tough for him. Small issues can seem huge and throw him off track.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might find him difficult to get along with because he often gets into arguments or loses his cool over small things. He doesn't put much effort into being polite or understanding others, so there's likely some tension or even open conflicts around him. He's not the peacemaker in the group. More often, he's at the center of disagreements or complaints.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's more likely to feel insecure and upset rather than proud. He won't know how to genuinely celebrate your success, and your achievements might make him uncomfortable or even jealous. Be prepared to handle some emotional drama rather than solid support.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is quite likely to feel resentful and insecure. He may not say it openly, but you'll see it in his behavior. Small jabs, irritated moods, or awkwardness around your achievements. This could lead to arguments or tension at home, especially when money is discussed.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is usually careful with money and likes to keep things organized when it comes to spending. He prefers to stick to routines and doesn't enjoy surprises, so you'll rarely see him making wild or impulsive purchases. He might even be a bit strict about budgets or keep a close watch on everyday expenses.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He mostly lives within his means and doesn't put on a show of being richer than he actually is. He tends to stick to routines and prefers what's familiar, so he isn't interested in flashy purchases or trying to impress others with his spending. If anything, he might even avoid situations where he needs to spend extra money.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is rather tight when it comes to both money and his way of thinking. Though he doesn't waste money, he's also not generous, even with people close to him. If you value kindness and open hearted support, you might find him a bit cold or reserved.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be quite controlling and maybe secretive when it comes to money matters. He keeps a close eye on where money goes and may want things done his way, even if it feels too strict. Don't expect easy, open conversations. Money is a topic where he tends to tighten his grip.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe that housework should be your job, not something he shares equally. He prefers routines and tradition, so he may expect you to handle most, if not all, of the cleaning, cooking, and daily chores without much help from him. If you ask him to pitch in, he might grumble or only do the bare minimum.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is the kind who will mostly help by watching or giving instructions rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and doing the chores or changing diapers himself. He likes things done a certain way but expects you to do the actual work. If you push him to help, he might complain or act as though he's doing you a big favor just by standing nearby or pointing things out.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right, not to truly understand your side. When you share your feelings or concerns, he may interrupt, correct you, or get defensive instead of listening calmly. You might end up feeling unheard or frustrated, wishing he could put himself in your shoes for even a moment.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often says hurtful things or acts aggressively instead of keeping calm and respectful. You might see him yelling, snapping, or using harsh words that sting even over small problems. If you want a partner who can handle anger with care and maturity, you may find yourself let down by his reactions.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. This quick temper is not something you should ignore. It is a real red flag. You deserve a home where you feel respected and at peace.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually struggles to say sorry and take responsibility for his mistakes. Instead of owning up, he is more likely to blame you or make excuses, turning even small issues into bigger problems. This way of blaming can leave you feeling guilty or like you're always at fault, even when that's not true.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to have trouble respecting your boundaries and may not fully understand or accept that no means no. If you set limits, whether in words or actions, he might push back, try to argue, or even get angry instead of stepping back and respecting your wishes. This can make you feel pressured or uncomfortable, which is not how a loving partner should make you feel. You deserve someone who listens and cares about your comfort. Never ignore warning signs when your boundaries aren't being honored.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of showing understanding, he may act upset or sulk, making you feel guilty for saying no. He might use harsh words or blame you, turning a simple moment into a bigger issue.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Sadly, you cannot fully trust him to always handle private moments with care. If he gets angry or wants to win an argument, he might bring up personal things you shared or use your vulnerabilities against you. Someone who truly loves and respects you will protect your feelings, not use personal moments as weapons.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not someone you can count on to be deeply loyal or devoted. Even though he may seem interested and energetic, his attention can easily wander, and he may not think much about how his actions affect you. Your peace of mind matters, and you deserve someone who truly values commitment.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, showing signs of jealousy and wanting to control what you do. He might question your friends, get upset if you spend time with others, or act suspicious over small things. If you see these signs, know that you deserve freedom and trust in your relationship.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may look like being protective is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he's looking out for you, but really, he wants things done his way and gets uncomfortable if you make your own choices. If his care feels more like control, pay attention. It's a warning you shouldn't ignore.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the parenting work, not see it as a true team effort. He may help occasionally if you ask, but it won't come naturally for him to share the responsibility equally. Don't expect him to willingly pitch in or plan things together as parents. You'll often find yourself carrying the bigger load.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes could lead to loud scolding, harsh words, or even anger that scares the children. He doesn't handle stress or chaos well, and instead of teaching with patience, he might react in ways that make the kids feel anxious or afraid.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support you as both a mother and your own person. While he may expect you to take care of the family, he might not respect your need for time, space, or ambitions outside motherhood. He often sees your main value in the roles you play at home and could make you feel guilty for wanting anything more.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem okay with your career at first, but later expect you to quit your job once you have a child. In the beginning, he may not object openly, but deep down, he believes that your main role is at home. If keeping your career is important to you, be careful and have open talks early so you're not surprised or pressured later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents rather than show real warmth or go out of his way to make them feel welcome and loved. His interactions may feel formal and he might do the bare minimum when it comes to family gatherings or special occasions. Don't expect him to build deep bonds or take extra steps to care for your side of the family. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust for him rather than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He reacts quickly when upset and may get angry or say harsh things instead of finding peaceful solutions. This can turn small family problems into bigger fights and leave everyone feeling hurt or uncomfortable.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern with you in private, but will expect you to act like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. While he may seem relaxed and casual when it's just the two of you, he'll probably want you to dress, speak, and behave in the way his family prefers when they are around. If being your true self matters to you, this double standard can become exhausting over time.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even quietly side with his family rather than support you. He tends to avoid emotional mess. And when there's a disagreement between you and his relatives, don't expect him to speak up for you or take your side. You may end up feeling alone, having to defend yourself or handle tough situations without much help from him.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he is quite likely to be a mummy's boy, someone who puts his mother's wishes and opinions above yours. In a conflict with his mother, Don't expect him to stand up for you or make you feel supported. This can leave you feeling isolated and undervalued, especially in important family matters.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share the details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal struggles and intimate conversations may not be kept just between the two of you. In a strong relationship, trust and privacy are very important.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel heavy and tiring. He is quick to anger, slow to listen, and expects you to carry most of the burden at home and with the children.